How's it hanging, blockchain gang? Today, I'm going to cover everything I've learned about Mirage over the past few weeks in one video and hopefully answer all of your questions. I apologize about how long it took for me to complete this video, but many things I had to experience firsthand for myself due to a lack of sources and general information, such as frequently asked questions, which have been completely ignored by Wemade. They have put out 3 videos and 2 web pages dedicated to explaining what Mirage is, yet nobody has any clue what the hell Mirage actually is. I don't care how cute you are, Yum Yum Choi, you can't keep clickbaiting me like this. Go ahead, try and ask them anything. CS, Discord, YouTube, it doesn't matter. Your response will range from utter silence to, why don't you fuck around and find out, cowboy? Really, I felt like customer service and community managers were urging me to try it and get back to them because they had no idea how it worked and were curious themselves. Now, it's time to get on the clock, gang, and get to work on the blockchain, because you don't get paid to watch rain and you're weaker than scotch tape. You want to stop getting crotch raped? I suggest you like, subscribe, and watch faithfully.
Ooh, ah, yeah. Ooh, ah. Oh, don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain. One more. Gang. Don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain. Gang. And you even said, ooh, ah.
The first thing I like to get out of the way is, can you play your character while it is in Mirage? And the answer is no. You must buy a character from the NFT marketplace or mint your own and seal it for 5,000 gold total. Then you are able to seal or import the character into your Mirage roster, where it is locked for a minimum of 5 days before it can be unsealed to the NFT marketplace to be sold or MIR4 to be played. There is no indication of any type of cost to seal your character again once it's imported into Mirage, but I'll update you in the comments after 5 days if that is not the case. I confirmed this by minting my main character into an NFT, and while it was listed in my wallet, I'm unable to import it into my Mirage roster. The next biggest question I have seen asked is if you have to collect the rewards each day, and the answer is no. All Septeria and DS will be awarded automatically, and the only time you ever have to interact with the game is to enlist, assault, or heal your characters, and if you want to smelt or refine your rewards. You can check it every day or as little as every 4 weeks. With that out of the way, let's do a quick overview. When you import your character into Mirage, they'll be given a Mirage Power score based upon their normal power score. This formula is Mirage Power equals power squared over 100,000. I have graphed this formula to show the Mirage Power increases with character progression. Here is our starting point at 100k, and as you reach 110k power, it would translate to about 120,000 Mirage Power. At 120k power, you would have 140,000 Mirage Power, and at 200,000 power, you would have 400,000 Mirage Power. Your Mirage Score dictates how effective your character is in combat. You can further enhance your Mirage Power by up to 7% by enlisting up to 5 different characters into the same valley on the same server of a different class. The level of the Hydra Conquest Tower dictates the amount of Septeria gained each day. At level 5, I am currently gaining 7 each day, just as I would in the game of MIR4. Participation in Mirage is not free. In order to do anything, you must first purchase Vigor pills using Hydra. You get 10 pills per Hydra, or 33 for 3 Hydra, or 60 for 5 Hydra. That is a 10 or a 20% discount for the last 2 packages. The lowest valley costs 2 pills to enlist, while Snake is 4 and Red Moon is 8 if it is not at full capacity. If the valley is full, you must assault your way in by attacking the lowest power player in the valley. The cost to assault is twice as much vigor as enlisting. Beach and Valley has a cap of 400 players. Snake can hold 50, and Red Moon can only hold 5. Keep in mind that currently there are 2 servers, so the total player capacity is doubled. Each valley produces 150 million dark steel per day to be split among all the players enlisted. This is cut in half and distributed twice per day at 11 AM and 11 PM, with the Septeria awarded on the second harvest, with the minimum per day for each valley listed here. Remember, you don't have to collect your rewards, they are distributed into your Mirage account right away. You can smelt this dark steel into DRACO and refine DRACO into Hydra directly on the Mirage website when you have the resources needed to do so. This can be saved or sold or staked or used to progress your main character. It would be great if we could purchase items for our Mirage characters in the future from the EXD or AXD, such as gear or stones, in order to power them up without unsealing them. Once the valley is full, players will have to spend double the Hydra to join, and the characters with the lowest Mirage score will be knocked out of the valley and stop earning their rewards. There is also a 30% chance for them to be wounded, which prevents them from rejoining the valley again for a period of time depending on the severity of the wound, as you can see here. Vigor pills can be used to speed up the healing process at the rate of 1 pill per 6 hours. I don't see the point though, because once you get knocked out of the valley, it means that everyone in there is stronger than you, so you have no chance to get back in. You are able to join other servers, but I'm sure the power will not be far behind the one you just got knocked out of. Keep in mind that if you enlist in the valley for 14 days and someone kicks you out of the valley, that you will have both earned the exact same amount of rewards, but it costs them twice as much to enter the valley as you had to pay. This means that the sooner you get into a vacant valley, the better, and assaulting your way into a valley will greatly damage your ROI. In addition to daily rewards, the top 50 players in each server will be rewarded with an extra 67.5 million dark steel divided up by rank each day. Remember that if you have multiple characters enlisted in the same server in the same valley of a different class, you will gain a Mirage bonus, but that means when your weakest character gets knocked out, it will weaken all of the other characters left in the valley as well. For example, since 5 characters give a boost of 7%, when one is knocked out, the bonus will only be 4% unless a stronger character is placed in the valley of the same class that was knocked out. Now that we've managed to go over the basics, let's dig into some more of your questions, such as how much can I earn in Mirage? Well, for the sake of this video, I'm only going to be dealing with Beach and Valley. For starters, it's the only one I have experience with personally, and if you can afford to be in Snake or Red Moon Valley, have your fucking CPA crunch the numbers for you, because that is what you pay these bean counters to do. If you were to enlist in BV for 2 Vigor, it would be at the cost of 1/5 of a Hydra, or about 5 Draco. Keep in mind that you will earn more money when the valley is less full, so the first days of this season are the most profitable. But let's assume the valley is full and you're gaining 375,000 dark steel per day. This means that you will need to remain in the valley for 5 to 6 days before you'll break even, depending on the Trinity fees when you smelt and refining cost for Hydra. This means that if you're able to stay in the valley for the entire 28 days, you will gain about 1 Hydra per character. Since it is possible to have 5 characters in Beach and Valley in both servers, you could potentially earn between 80% of 1 Hydra and 8 Hydra per month for 1 to 10 characters. Of course, the cost to enlist or assault doubles for Snake Valley, but the rewards per character are multiplied by 8. And the cost to enlist in Red Moon Valley is doubled again, but the rewards are multiplied by 10, as well as the daily rank bonus, which should also be taken into account. You will have to wait for Beard Energy Gaming's video though to find out more about that. This is pure speculation, but base power 100k characters will be practically useless in Mirage, as a team of 5 of them will still only have 107,000 Mirage power, and that is equivalent to 1 character that has 103,500 power. These will be the first to be knocked out of the valley and have the hardest time regularly producing a profit. We can say the same thing about characters with 135,000 power trying to enter Snake Valley, but at least these players can step down and enter Beach and Valley if they get knocked out. Remember that you don't have to be the strongest character in the valley, you just have to avoid being the weakest, so keep that in mind if you're looking to buy NFTs for Mirage. There is a period of lockout 1 hour before payouts where players cannot enlist or assault or retreat from valleys. You can check each day your ranking for the server, which can give you an idea of how soon you can expect to be knocked out. For example, at rank 176, I know that I'll be fine until it gets closer to the 400s, and it would be possible to retreat and avoid being injured. I would only recommend this if it was at the very end of the season and you want to make sure you are not injured when the next season begins. Mirage will be a great way for players to invest into the game if they want to use the rewards to increase the rate of progression of their main characters. Imagine your character is a vehicle that can only travel so fast. Buying an NFT for Mirage is like putting a supercharger on the engine. It will increase the rate of progression, but the supercharger will depreciate in value over time when you go to resell it. Mirage will also be great for players who want to quit or take a break from the game without selling their characters. Perhaps you're waiting for MIR4 or MIR4 to come come out so you can continue your journey then. You could sell the NFT and buy another one in the future, but it wouldn't feel right to me personally. I would rather hold on to it, especially now that you could earn even while not playing. All in all, Mirage ended up much better than I thought it was going to be after I found out your NFT had to be sealed, but it is not nearly as good as it could be. I hope the additional content is added soon. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe so we can do this again sometime.
Commander, do you think that we have any chance of surviving?
If I were you, Counselor, I wouldn't ask me that question. I would ask him.
Why?
Because he's the one who believes in miracles.
I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing.